What's up, everybody? Here's a video from Soloyaker YouTube. I have permission to use this video. Do not restrict it. I have full permission. Do you understand? Thank you. Everyone, this is Soloyaker, armed fisherman, Michael Taylor. They totally false imprisoned him here. Watch what happens. These cops are disgusting. Thanks for watching, everyone. A1A, Beachfront Avenue. Girls were hot, wearing less than bikinis, rocking, loving, driving Lamborghinis. Jealous, because I'm rolling in my 5. Forgot all the words, because when the song came out, I was 19 or 14. Rolling in my 5.0 with the rag top down so my hair can blow. The girlie's on standby, waiting just to say hi. Soloyaker wave, hell no, he just rolls by. What's up, everybody? Here's the end of a video. Yaker was a Soloyaker, armed fisherman, aka Michael Taylor, A1A, Beachfront Avenue. Soloyaker was fishing at a park. Cop comes, tries to get him to surrender his Fourth Amendment right. When he doesn't do it, cop gets butthurt and threatens to arrest him and starts cop-splaining blah, 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 that they caught him at his own game and you came up here to incite us and blah, 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 and we believe in guns, but you're making it hard. We believe in guns, that's why we have you in handcuffs on the ground. So after they do all that stuff to him, this is the end of the one I posted yesterday. Go watch it in my YouTube feed. And today, this is another angle from a different video I'm going to show you in a minute. But they did all this stuff, surrounded him. You're going to hear what they said to him. And then after it was all said and done, this is what happened.
I'd like to stand in the shade. I'd like to stand in the shade.
What? I didn't even hear that the first time. I'd like to stand in the shade. I'd like to stand in the shade. Is he like practicing his lines? What's he doing there?
Let's stand in the shade, man. It's hot out.
Now remember, they've already surrounded him, handcuffed him, told him they're going to arrest him, and then cited him for fishing or trespassing, and trespassing from every public park in this area, which I believe is Pompano. And they said that includes the beach. They basically trespass him off every waterway in their city. And then this happens. And they torqued his shoulder too, by the way.
Can we stand in the shade and talk for a second? I need to explain a couple things.
I need to cop-splain a couple things to you. We totally effed up. We don't know the law like usual. And here's how I'm going to fix it all. After we did all those things to you. Falsely imprisoned you, put you in handcuffs, talked down to you, cop-splained, torqued your shoulder. Here's how I'm going to fix everything. Ready?
Can you come at least meet me in the shade, dude? This polyester's hot. So, you can stand in the hot sun, I'm not. I just got told that the ordinance, the city let lapse.
No!
So, you can fish in any park you want.
So everything you were doing was perfectly legal, and everything we did was illegal. And this is how I'm going to fix it all.
Okay? The trespass warning, you go back to the park.
Can you say that again, please?
Well, you didn't want to stand near me.
Yeah, I'm going to stand near you.
Have a good day. You heard me, right?
Have a good day. This is how I fix all the false imprisonment and everything we did to you. I just say have a good day. Our bad. City let it lapse. I guess we didn't know because we act on our butthurtness, as you're about to see in the next video.
Yeah,
Good.
And I'm allowed to fish in any spot.
Correct.
And now you're going to cuss about him tweaking his shoulder. So I'm going to pause it real quick and go to the next video. All right, so I don't know if this is the same cop from the first video I just showed you of him saying, our bad, city let it lapse, blah, 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 blah. My bad. Now they'll throw you in a cage, but when they break the law, it's our bad. Qualified immunity. Sovereign citizens. We're sovereign citizens, see? We can make mistakes and no consequences. We're above the law. So this guy, here's the whole disconnect as you're about to see with the police and us. Watch his hand. Right there. So when he presses that button, you got to watch their hand. They should not have control of these body cameras. You got to watch their hand. You watch his hand throughout the video, and you'll see when he does press the button, the audio starts, but the camera does a loop and captures the last 30 seconds before that of video. So he's walking up to Soloyaker here. Soloyaker's not doing anything illegal. Armed fishing, which is legal in Florida under 790.25. The ID law is 901.151, and the 790.33, whatever he quotes, you know, cops just lose their mind when you know the law for some reason. Why would a cop be angry at a citizen that knows the law? Because they don't know it, and they get pissed and butthurt?
Hey, how you doing, boss? Not too bad. What's going on today?
Living the dream. Just fucking out here doing a little fishing. What are you doing?
Enjoying life.
That's what I'm talking about. You're in South Florida. You can't go wrong. I do have a mask. I didn't know if it was.
Yeah, you gotta have it on.
Yeah. Wait, here it's like mandatory.
Yeah, at all times.
It's just I see without it.
I'm sure that's a lie. Mandatory at all times to wear a mask. He's outside, and the mask mandate is unconstitutional and nonsense at all times. Shut up, Nazi. You sound so stupid.
Well, law enforcement is excluded from the mask.
Oh, yeah. Sovereign citizens, law enforcement are sovereign from the rest of you. So we're sovereign citizens. So we don't have to do what you, the peasants, have to do.
I heard. You take an oath? You take an oath and swear uphold and defend the Constitution? If you don't have one on, why should I wear one on? You know what I mean? But I'm not saying I won't wear it. I'm just saying, in general, you know.
So you've been through this before?
Oh, yeah. Have you been through this before?
Oh, yeah.
All right, perfect. As long as you've been through this before, we should be good.
What's your first name, partner?
Obviously, you haven't been through this before, because first thing out of your mouth is, please surrender your right to privacy under the Fourth Amendment. And when Soloyaker doesn't want to surrender his Fourth Amendment right, this cop escalates the whole situation. I don't know if it's this one or the other one that shows up.
901-151.
No, first name.
I know, 901-151.
Sir, let me just explain something to you.
No, he just explained something to you. 901.151 says, unless you are or have or about to or already committed a crime, you do not have to surrender your Fourth Amendment by IDing yourself or surrendering your right to privacy, which is the fourth. Every time a cop asks you for ID and you haven't done anything wrong, he's literally asking you to surrender your Fourth Amendment right to him. Why should you? Ask him what his home address is, and then go from there and see how willing he is to surrender his privacy.
All I need to do is run your name.
You don't need to run my name.
Yes, I do.
What crime did I
No, he doesn't. 901.151. That's exactly why they want ID. So they can run you and hopefully hem you up, put you in the system, and boost their stats so they can prestige and get little symbols on their uniform.
commit?
Okay.
901-151.
Listen
What crime did I
to me.
commit?
Listen to me.
I'm
All right,
listening.
you can make it easy or you can make it hard.
There's the rapist mentality. You could do it. You could surrender your rights, or we could do this the hard way, which he's going to start escalating. That's a common rapist police tactic. We could do this the easy way or the hard way. You can give me the sex, or I could take it. You can surrender your rights, or I'll take your rights by force and violate you. Same thing.
Okay. This is a field interview. Okay. You want me to
I don't consent to any interviews. What are you talking about?
technically take you for a violation? I'll take you for a mask violation.
There you go. You swore an oath to the Constitution, and you're willing to imprison someone over a mask when they're outside by themselves, bothering no one. You are the ultimate coward.
That.
There you go, man.
Okay? Look, let me run your name. We'll be out of here.
No, thank you. Let me have your home address and tell me your wife's name. Tell me your kids' names and where they go to school.
And you'll be on your way.
You don't need to run my name.
Okay, but let me tell you this. This is a city park. All right?
Yep.
So we have the right to remove you from the park at any time.
No, you don't.
No,
So,
section 790.33.
Sir, I'm not going to go through all that.
I'm not going to go through all that law stuff. I'm not a law enforcement officer. My feelings are hurt right now, and I'm going to make the law up as I go along.
I'm going to tell you at this time, you can go fish anywhere else, but you're not going to fish here in this city
Why
park.
can't I? This is a city park.
No.
Owned by the city.
You're not going to fish from here. Okay?
Nah, he's demanding that he doesn't get to be a free person and fish in the waterways.
That's the way it's going to be. So you go ahead and gather yourself up, or I'll take you.
All
right, take you for trespass after
my
one.
lawyer real quick.
You call your lawyer.
I want to make sure I'm lawful to do what I'm doing. Because right now you're saying something that is unlawful. Because under 790.33,
we have the right to remove you from a park.
You have no right. If I'm allowed, am I allowed to fish here? Yes or no?
No, you can't fish from here.
I cannot fish.
This is a water taxi entrance.
I know. Is this a non-fishing place?
Yes, this is a city park, and you cannot fish from here.
There are no.
Just remember, the city let their unconstitutional no fishing law lapse while you watch this, as you saw in the beginning.
Signs that state.
Sir, I'm telling you, you cannot fish from here. You want to go fish from the pier over there where the loading docks are, or you want to fish from another area? You cannot fish from here. This is the loading pier for the water taxi.
Okay.
You cannot block that. You cannot fish from here.
I'm not blocking it. But we're about to go see, because I got to find out if there's a no fishing sign. Because that's the only way. That is the only way that I am not lawful allowed to.
You cannot block the water taxi.
This is a public park that is.
Sir, I'm telling you, if you want to go fish in another location, you can go fish there.
No.
But you cannot block the water taxi and fish.
There's no water taxi, dude.
So the cop's not even sure if he's allowed to fish there, so now he's moved the narrative over to water taxi blocking a water taxi that's not there.
The water taxi entrance, you cannot block it at any time because the water taxi will come up.
Is there an ordinance or a statute?
Yes, there is. It's a city ordinance. You can go look it up.
I don't need to look it up. You're trying to tell me about leaving here, and I'm going to go over here because these are all the signage that I would see as I come in. If there's no sign that says no fishing, because if that was the case, you have to tell people they cannot fish here. This is a public park by the city, by the state. And I am allowed to fish here.
So you cannot block the water taxi, and that's where you're fishing, is the entrance to the water taxi.
My fishing pole's right there.
When the water taxi is a large vessel, when it pulls up here, that's the reason this area is
right now.
Your mammy's a large vessel.
You're getting ready to cast your pole right here.
I know. I'm about to start fishing.
Anywhere this railing is, you can't
There's
fish.
no signs that say no fishing against this railing. How does somebody is supposed to know? And you're telling me what's the statute? What's the ordinance? You're trying to tell me what the ordinance is, and I'm trying to get the ordinance so I can look it up. Because I'm challenging
Unicode, you can look it up right now.
I get it. I'm going to go over here where the sign is, where the signage is, would tell me if I can or cannot.
11 Bravo 2, you have a supervisor respond out here, please.
Or no board, you're saying Unicode. I'm supposed to look it up. You're supposed to know the law. You're supposed to.
Supervise him. It's going to be one of those gun right activists.
One of those gun right activists. You know, the gun rights we swore to preserve, protect, and defend. So it's one of those guys.
11 Delta 17.
You're absolutely right. I did not see the sign.
So there's a sign, but good thing I started the video with actually what happened. They let this stupid unconstitutional ordinance lapse. So Soloyaker says, all right, you got me, because he doesn't know that it lapsed yet. He says, all right, I'll leave. But no, now the cop's going to show him. How dare he just not surrender his Fourth Amendment right? Because unless he's committing a crime, he doesn't have to. Now that he knows that he was, he says, sorry, I'll get out of here. But no, the cop's going to insist that he surrenders his Fourth Amendment right now, plus falsely imprison him.
I am leaving.
Okay, so I need your identification.
I am leaving.
All you need to do is give me your name and date of birth so I can document the fact that I was here and I told you to leave the park.
I am leaving.
Sir.
You have it documented on your body cam?
No,
body cam?
I don't have your name to document in a field interview card, so you can give me your name and date of birth.
You don't need
okay,
my
or it's impeding my investigation.
It's not impeding.
Sir, you were in violation of a city ordinance. Do you want me to leave? Stop. Listen to me. Listen to me. You want me to lock you up? It's too late to leave because you.
Up there you go. You want me to put you in a cage because it's too late now. I got you now with an unconstitutional ordinance that has lapsed. And he's going to say it's a Soloyaker should know the law, and not knowing the law is no excuse. Turns out you did all this to Soloyaker without knowing the law, pig. You're a disgrace to America and a coward. And you're literally violating the Second Amendment rights to say shall not be infringed.
Already violating the ordinance. You can either give me your name. Listen.
Because I didn't know about it, because I'm not from here.
That's your ignorance for not seeing a sign when you walked up.
Dude, I walked
You said, is there a sign? Guess what? The game just got played on you. Okay.
Oh, we got you, Auditor. We got you, Mr. Second Amendment right person. Who you think you're going to just come out here and exercise your rights that aren't supposed to be infringed? Well, tell you what, buddy, I'm here to infringe. You understand me? Infringe. Gonna take everything off you and falsely imprison you right now on an unconstitutional city ordinance that has lapsed, but I'm too stupid to know my own town's ordinances.
Give me your name and date of birth, or I'll take you for impeding my investigation for violating the city ordinance.
Mike.
What's your last name?
Taylor.
1199 North Riverside.
So under threat of violence, he's giving his info.
And if you're lying to me about your name, I'm going to take you to jail for obstruction.
Take note, this cop is left-handed. The most butthurt people in the world are left-handed. No offense. Lefties are different from the rest of us. Sorry, if you don't like it, it's my opinion. Doesn't mean I don't like you, but you guys think different than the rest of us.
Oh, I understand the law.
Mike or Michael?
Michael.
1322.
What's your middle initial?
Michael Taylor. 72179.
Do you have a Florida license?
Yes, sir.
I'll be with you in a minute. Stand by with him.
Yeah, I'm going to go over here and collect my gathering.
All right, so this is, he goes in his car and tries to figure out ways to hem up Soloyaker. So I'm going to be fast forwarding. Time for extra angry butthurt snowflake escalation by this pig.
He has one out of...
How you doing, bud? Do us a favor. Put your hands on top of your head now.
Thank you. And they will not extradite Florida.
Seriously?
We're detaining you for the time being.
He also has one of the Tony Perez again out of Georgia.
Here's your false imprisonment.
Hey, careful.
And all three go extradition.
Him torquing his shoulder.
Out of Florida, he's 29.
So now, you have a fishing license.
Absolutely.
Wonderful. Good deal.
That's all
You have it on you.
Yeah, it's on my phone that you just threw on the ground.
Or it's 416.
Dude, come on, guys. I had known that I couldn't be here.
Violating his rights, going through his pockets.
I wouldn't be here.
Hey, game got played on you this time, okay?
Oh, game got played on you. No, stupid. The ordinance lapsed in the end. So you did all this unlawfully because you're ignorant. Man, this cop is such a disgusting coward of a man.
You're in violation of the law.
All right, no harm, no foul, because I didn't do nothing.
Well, unfortunately, there is a little harm and there's a little bit of a foul.
Actually, there's no harm and no foul because no victim, no crime, no damages. You could say trespass, but he's allowed to be there, just not allowed to fish. And I believe in the video that I've posted in my feed that he never even got to cast out, so he never even started to fish, so he wasn't even fishing. So, I mean, what are they going to get him with? Attempted fishing? Thinking about it?
What did I do?
Just can't wait to disarm an American.
Oh, come on, guys. Seriously?
Have a seat. Cross your legs.
Oh, come on, man. What do we need? I'm not trying to do anything to anybody. I was trying to leave.
No, you were here illegally fishing.
I didn't know.
You were.
I don't think he even started fishing, and it's not illegal. Remember, everything out of this cop's mouth is wrong, as you saw at the beginning.
You were. Mr.
Mr.
Taylor, Mr. Taylor,
Yes.
you came all the way down here from Port St. Lucie
Yes.
to incite us.
No,
That's
I
exactly what you.
That's a lie. You're such a stupid pig. He's trying to inform Floridians that open carry and fishing are perfectly lawful. And maybe those 3 fishermen in Frostroof that got murdered while they were fishing might have had a fighting chance if they were armed. You're a stupid pig that doesn't understand your oath or the Constitution in general. Why would you be incited or inflamed or butthurt over somebody exercising their rights that you swore to protect? Because you don't like them. You don't like the Bill of Rights. You don't follow the Bill of Rights. You're not worried about the Bill of Rights, or else you wouldn't even ask him for his name.
Purpose here.
I never incite anybody.
And then you didn't want to identify yourself. No. You wanted to throw a bunch of numbers at me for your.
He told you the ID law 901.151. You threw a bunch of numbers at me. You should know the Florida ID law. It's probably one of the laws you use most in your profession. Obviously, since it's the first thing you tried to do when you talk to him.
Name, and then when you realized that you were actually breaking the law, you were like, "Hey, don't worry about it, dude. We can call this a day." Well, guess what?
Well, he wasn't breaking any law. County ordinance that are unconstitutional is not a law. It's garbage. And it lapsed, pig boy. Coward.
What? You got played this time because you're here illegally and you're illegally
I
fishing.
didn't know that.
You're in violation of the law. So guess what?
Trespass
I'm
warning?
going to take you to jail
Why?
because you're in violation of the law.
Because I'm a coward, butthurt, snowflake pig. That's why.
Seriously?
Let's be honest.
And you can call your attorney and you can explain
I don't
that
need
to
to
him.
call. Why? Like, honest to God.
Oh, you were big on your attorney earlier, weren't you?
Dude,
Now he's taunting him. Remember, guys, he's wrong. This is false imprisonment. They don't know their own law. He's enforcing an unconstitutional, lapsed city ordinance.
you don't need to have to arrest me for this.
We do.
Oh, I do. This is what I get off on. People that hurt my feelings. I like to falsely imprison them, disarm them, and infringe on their Second Amendment, and scare them into compliance with my feelings instead of the law and the Constitution.
If I'm going to be on the internet, I'm going to make sure I do it right. Because that,
Hey, dummy, you're not doing it right, homie. You're not obeying your oath right. Shall not be infringed. If you're willing to falsely imprison and cage somebody for trying to fish when they're willing to leave after they saw the sign, you're not doing it right, idiot. You're the problem with policing. You're it. You're the one. You're the one bad apple that's spreading like a disease through the bushel.
That's how I do things. We don't even have to go through this, man. Like,
That's how I do things. Shut up, you coward. You're such a coward.
I was trying to go away, and you guys just wanted to keep me here.
Hey, donut operator, this is your guy right here.
That's not how it works. If you do something illegal, you pay the consequences, right? You believe in the... Well,
That's not how it works. You do something illegal, you pay the consequences. Unless you're a blue sovereign waffle. But you regular people have to pay consequences. Meanwhile, this is a completely false arrest. They're falsely imprisoning him. They're enforcing a law that doesn't even exist. So is that going to apply to you when you figure out that you guys did all this and you did it completely outside of the law? You're going to have to pay your consequences, or are you a sovereign citizen pig? These pigs are disgusting, man.
I didn't friggin' know about it. I'm not trying to go nowhere. I'm not running.
And their first objective when they get him is to get his guns and make sure to shut off all his cameras.
Is there any way I can get can I just make one phone call real quick?
No, you
Yes, you can. Well, I need my phone because I have the number on my phone.
it'll be in your property.
phone's gonna be in your property. Come on, guys. Seriously? Yep.
Yep, you should have just surrendered your Fourth Amendment right when we asked you to. Otherwise, we have to escalate into this and blame it all on you. Shouldn't have worn that miniskirt. I wouldn't have had to do this to you.
Ridiculous, man.
And there's another GoPro on strapped to his backpack that we're going to turn off.
Make sure you get that camera too, man. We don't need just cameras running. We don't need transparency.
Just like his phone when you turn off. The holster that's on your belt, does it just come off its clip?
No. You gotta take it off my belt.
Alright, we'll take off the belt once you get to the car.
What kind of, what am I being charged with?
Right now, you're being detained.
Please, I get detained. You guys are telling me I'm being arrested, man.
Yeah.
You're saying I'm going to jail. So what?
You're being detained right now. You may not go to jail.
I'm asking, like at this point, like, what? I've given you everything you wanted.
If I'd have come up here and you'd have given me what I wanted, we wouldn't be in this issue.
If you would have just surrendered your Fourth Amendment right when I asked you to, we wouldn't have had to escalate into all this and start enforcing a lapsed ordinance. God, the police are so stupid. Dude, these are not your friends, people. They're not here to help you. As long as you're kissing their ass, they act right. But the second they're told to do something on you, they're going to do it with a straight face and pretend like you didn't have that conversation 2 seconds ago. They're the worst of the worst. They're the bottom of the barrel. They're bottom feeders. Everything they have and do is funded by you. And this is how they treat you when they swore to protect you. Or the Constitution, not you.
You asked for.
I asked for your name and your date of birth. No, you started giving me a bunch of numbers, and it wasn't until you realized you were wrong.
Yeah, because unless he's wrong, he doesn't have to ID. And when he realized he was wrong, he gave you his ID, like the law says. He was still following the law.
I gave it to you.
That's okay.
Okay, just let me go through all your stuff. I'm a coward.
We don't have to do this, guys, really. For somebody that didn't know that they couldn't fish here, because there's no signage. Other than when I didn't park here. I didn't know about the sign because I walked from that bridge over there, and I walked through. I mean, honestly, like, I didn't know about it. If I knew about it, I wouldn't have fished it.
Exactly. He always tries to go within the confines of the law. And this is why we did the Titusville mass audit, which I haven't worked on. Part 1 is out there. And this is what he does. It's perfectly legal. It's hard to follow all the municipal codes and ordinances. But you see, shut off all his cameras, disarm him, take all his stuff apart, take all his guns apart, lay it out, and then I think they cite and release him. And they keep telling him to leave while he's only has use of one arm after they torqued his shoulder. And he's trying to get his things together, and they keep threatening him and threatening him and threatening him. Go watch the first part on my YouTube channel, feed, page, whatever it's called. And check out my coin rings. John's Coin Rings. On Google, John's Coin Rings, or the link in the description. By the way, YouTube, Soloyaker said I can use any of his stuff anytime. So quit restricting stuff when Soloyaker is giving me permission to use this. I have permission. ¿Tu comprende? ¿Entiendes? Catalavenis? Gamoto Christosu. All right. Everyone, thanks for watching. Peace and tranquility. Bye.